Well, good afternoon, all our wonderful kingdom women. A warm welcome from me, Karen Lombard. If you are new to this group, we so appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. This is a place where we create a platform, a place for women to be equipped, to grow, and to share in a very safe environment where we can all be together on this journey to go to greater places. Also, a very warm welcome and hello again to our father's daughters in South Africa. Those of you that have not joined them and have an interest in Africa, South Africa, you are welcome to join hands with them as well. I will put that in the comments too, that you could find it easy. So, I have had a word on my heart. It's probably been over a month that I have been carrying this word, and it's time to share. I was in a very wonderful place doing exactly the things that I'm going to share with you. And we are all facing a lot of busyness, a lot of obstacles in life at the moment. I think we can all agree on that. There are so many distractions and things that come. Now, we have to be clear, some things are distractions and some things are opportunities. But the enemy definitely comes to present us with things to keep us busy, keep us occupied with things that can take us off our assigned paths and wrap us in things that will just further evolve in a downward spiral. So we have to be clever. God gives us discernment and He gives us the tools, equips us, and wonderfully guides us with Holy Spirit. So when we have ears to hear and eyes to see, we do that. The word that He gave me was so significant, and yet it is so simple. But it is, I don't know if you have had the experience of sailing and sailing in against the wind. When you have to get back to shore and you're sailing against the wind, it is coming directly straight against you. And it's a force that will keep you in one place or it will push you off your direction. And he said to me, just remember that. You shift and then you adjust the sail and then you shift in the other direction. You basically zigzag pattern through the obstacles. Every time you shift, you quickly shift forward. It seems like you are not progressing forward, but you are actually using the very force that is coming against you, the force that is trying to keep you at bay, keep you away from your destination, the desired location, and it'll make you tired, weary, and you might just give up and say, oh, well, I can just stay here until the wind drops. But very cleverly and very quickly, if you shift, adjust the sail, shift, and in no time, you work your way right to where you were destined to be. So that was a good word and a nugget there. And then he said, withdraw. And who knows, and all the busyness and the things that we are involved in and the things that we have pulling on us, that is the last thing sometimes we want to hear or think we should hear. But we need to be wise and withdraw. Withdraw into rest, into His rest. Now we know in the rest is not necessarily a total nothingness. We could be busy and we could be working in the rest, but it is in a place of rest and a place of being equipped, refreshed, where He will actually give you new vision, new ideas, and divine supernatural revelation that could come to you in that place of rest. And as you've seen in nature, what the big cats, what do? They kind of withdraw into a holding pattern as they are preparing themselves to launch forward and to attack the very thing that they are focused on. They withdraw, and every single focus within them gets very detailed, very specific, and then suddenly they leap and launch forward. And in that, God said, is the reset. That it's okay for you to take the time, and you might feel you have not made the progress that you wanted to, whether it's in your family, in your business, in your ministry, whichever area, your personal life, and the year is drawing closer to an end, and there are all these demands that are always made of us as of to compare to what have you done with your time, what have you achieved, how successful were you this year, and we dare not look and compare with others because our path is unique. Our assignment is our assignment. So stay focused and stay on your path. Stay on your assignment. Do not be distracted. And as you launch forward out of your rest, God will reset and you will actually accelerate and pass where you would have been if you did not take the time to go through that process. So that was really a very significant word, I know, when he shared that with me. And I think God equips us. He gives us keys to help us to make life work in our favor. I would like to share another very interesting piece that I have received, a letter from Sid Roth, It's Supernatural. And this goes hand in hand with this vision. Sid writes here, as a new believer, I was a guest speaker at a church, and the pastor prophesied over me in the song above words. And these words, he feels, is a prophetic word for all of us for this time. You were chosen not by your choice, but by mine. You were chosen to bear my name. You are gifted with a gift that comes from above. And you are gifted with a gift of abundant love. Now, all of us know that abundant love, and love is the main ingredient for everything we do. And that our gifts will make room for us. So it was very prominent and very prophetic for him. And he embraced that. And he said then, as a new believer, he had a dream. And in this dream, he was in heaven attending an Academy Awards night. And I was in the second row of the audience, eagerly waiting to see what prize I had won. The master of ceremonies opened an envelope and said, "The winner is," I was sure it was me. I was filled with unbelievable pride. And then the winner was named. It was not me, and I was crushed. Then the voice of God announced, "It could have been you." When I woke up, my first thought was, why did God show me this dream? Then I knew that I would live the rest of my life to run the race to win. And all of you that have been running races in your life, you know that you run a race and you run to win. Let's run the race together. And together we will all achieve, succeed, and win. A friend of Sid's by the name of Bob Jones, which a lot of us know about, he's now in heaven, and he told of an experience with death and going to heaven. He pleaded with Jesus not to send him back, but Jesus said he was sending him back to learn how to love. It was as if God himself was saying that learning how to love was the main thing we had to learn on earth. Every believer is gifted with abundant love. But the stuff of life, the busyness, the selfishness, the hurts and disappointments can stunt the development of this gift in a believer or completely abort it. There again, it's a gift. God has given us this gift. How serious is this sin of omission? It will not stop you from going to heaven, but it will affect your rewards, lessen your effectiveness as an ambassador of the kingdom of heaven. It'll sabotage your destiny and rob you of experiencing heaven on earth. God kept reminding me of the importance of learning how to love. And as Ryan Bruce, the pastor, author, and host of Something More TV show, wrote a book in which he described his experience of going to heaven, he was taken to the love rewards room. Ryan said he saw the greatest treasures he had ever seen. In that room in heaven, he saw stacks and stacks of precious jewels and gold. Others receiving their love rewards had large stacks of treasure. Then Jesus showed Ryan his love reward. It was much smaller than the others, and he too came back to learn how to love as Jesus loved. And learn he did. Wherever Ryan goes, he carries the presence of God and his love. It is tangible, it is glorious, and it changes environments. And you know that you can walk in that too. Most of all, it changes lives. As an ordinary believer, Ryan learned how to live in the presence of God, not under the drama of this world. God imparted to Ryan wisdom while in heaven on how to walk in love on earth. Two of these truths were: the enemy has us so focused on the temporary that we have lost sight of the eternal. He tries to make your problems look big and God's promises look so small. When the most important thing in your life day after day is Jesus, you will become the move of God. It happens naturally. You become so on fire, so full of His presence, that His kingdom is released wherever you go. Ryan learned this priceless lesson because of his decision to live in the Word and the presence, rather than the circumstances and perceived by his natural senses. Every day he has divine appointments. Every day is an adventure with God. Every day he experiences God's joy and favor in his life. He knows that his life and this very life is available to all believers. That includes you and me. He knows it's normal to live in the supernatural of God as opposed to being guided by circumstances perceived only by our natural senses. Isn't it time to live your life as God intended? And with that, I will end by saying, you and I know that God has given us mandates, commissions to do His work here. We are His hands, His feet, as we go about His work. And it's an official order. If we look at what the meaning of a mandate is, it's an official order or commission to do something. It's a law or commission by which a party is entrusted to perform a service. It is a written authority enabling somebody to carry out a transaction. And it has great historical meaning as well. An authority to carry out a policy or course of action. So today I want to remind you about your mandate, and I want to encourage you. In this community that we are in, there are so many women that are greatly equipped to help you go where you need to go. Let me know, and if I cannot help you, I will certainly put you into contact with the right wonderful kingdom woman. Talented, equipped, gifted, skilled, destiny-minded woman. Thank you for embracing this community. Thank you for allowing us to grow together and being here to share. I would also encourage you to seek and look at the other things as you see other ministries in this group. My heart is always to create a platform where women are released, where women can come to their full potential. And potential alone is not enough. We all and everything has potential, but it is if you see destiny within yourself, if you are able to recognize that and walk in that, that is what is important and what is significant for all of us. And together we can accomplish so much more. If you have any needs, let me know. Prayer request, standing with you. Currently, there are so many wonderful things happening, and I will share more about that at a later time. But if you're a prayer warrior and you want to be put to prayer, let me know as well. Have to form an intercessory network. There are ministries, there are pastors in nations that are desperate for support, and the process of setting all that up takes time. It certainly takes a lot of other assets and things needed as well, but it takes prayer. And I will appreciate those of you that want to draw into this whole program, which I'll share more of later. Another place for you to connect with us is the public page, Karen Lombard Ministries. I would appreciate it if you want to join in there as well. Like the page, share it, bring others to that platform as well. I know I'm not all about myself place, and that unfortunately in that domain it just doesn't give you many choices, and mine is not community based, mine is globally based. And we have to walk into the things when we know who we are and what we are in God. We walk into it confidently, we walk into it in abundance with that mindset. And as we are growing this community there, it is for the greater good of many others that will join in and be receiving too from those ministries that will be part of that page as well. So I do appreciate you there, appreciate the prayer, appreciate the time. This is golden moments for us to spend together, and I'm looking forward to learning more from all of you, all the new members, and thank you for those of you that share continually and faithfully participate in this group. God bless you, and I want to speak the blessings of obedience over you of Deuteronomy 28 verses 1 to 14. Please take that, make it yours. Go decree and declare it over your life, over your home, your family, your ministry, your business, your city, your town, your region, your nation. And together let's speak the blessings and declarations of God's word. And I will pray as well a thousandfold return on what you sow, your seed, as in Deuteronomy 1:11, and continue to sow abundantly where God shows you your time, your love, your expertise, whatever you can do to make a change. Do that, and do that abundantly. Do that with His abundant love. God bless you, and I look forward to our next time together. And this week we are focusing on healing the soul. So I hope you are being able to plug in with Katie Souza, and you can also go to her webpage and join in her community and learn so much more. The nuggets that are just coming up this week is just there to get you focused and give you a word of wisdom in those areas. And then also we will have some more about Dr. Caroline Leaf. And we are healing ourselves from the inside out so that we can walk wholly, abundantly, and see above all else things, prosperous things, as God has for us. His desire for us is to prosper in all things. Remember that, and remember that you are loved and valued. God bless. Bye bye.